friends, today we will discuss about limit test for sulfate. So first we will see the principle behind the limit test for sulfate. The limit test for sulfate is based on the reaction between soluble sulfate and barium chloride in presence of dilute acetic acid to form insoluble barium sulfate, which appears as turbidity in the solution. So the reaction that takes place is shown here. Sulfate ions, which is soluble in water, reacts with the added reagent barium chloride in presence of acetic acid to form barium sulfate precipitate, which makes the solution turbid. The extent of turbidity depends upon the amount of sulfate present in the substance, and this turbidity is compared with the standard turbidity produced from the standard solution having known amount of sulfate. The sulfate impurity may not produce a visible turbidity if only barium chloride solution is used, because a very small amount of barium sulfate is soluble in water. So as the small amount of barium sulfate is soluble, it may not produce a turbidity. So the potassium sulfate is added to increase the sensitivity of the test. Potassium sulfate reacts with barium chloride and forms barium sulfate precipitate in small quantity. Okay. So this barium sulfate, which is already present in the solution, acts as seeding agent. The ionic concentration of barium sulfate is adjusted such that the ionic product of barium sulfate exceeds the solubility product, and very small amount of barium sulfate will be present as the precipitate, and this small amount of precipitate of barium sulfate acts as seeding agent for precipitation of barium sulfate, which is produced by reaction of soluble sulfate impurity with barium chloride reagent. Dilute acetic acid is also added in the test to dissolve the other impurities if present in the sample. Alcohol is also added in the test to prevent the supersaturation so that uniform turbidity is formed. Now let us see the reagents which are required to perform the limit test for sulfate. The first reagent is barium chloride solution having concentration 25% weight by volume prepared in water. Second solution is ethanolic sulfate solution having concentration 10 ppm of sulfate. It is prepared by diluting 1 ml of 0.181% weight by volume solution of potassium sulfate with 30% ethanol to 100 ml. Another solution which is required is standard sulfate solution. It is prepared by diluting 1 ml of 0.181% weight by volume solution of potassium sulfate with water to produce 100 ml. Then another reagent required is 5 molar acetic acid. 28.5 ml of glacial acetic acid is diluted to 100 ml with water to produce 5 molar acetic acid. Now let us see the procedure as per the Indian Pharmacopoeia. Now let us see the procedure as per Indian Pharmacopoeia 2018 to perform the limit test for sulfate. So we need two Nessler cylinder, label them as test solution and standard solution. So in Nessler cylinder labeled as test solution, transfer 1 ml of 25% solution of barium chloride. Similarly, in standard solution, means Nessler cylinder labeled as standard solution, transfer 25% barium chloride solution 1 ml. Then in both the Nessler cylinder, add 1.5 ml of ethanolic sulfate standard solution containing 10 ppm of sulfate. Mix and allow to stand for 1 minute. Then in test solution, add 15 ml of sample solution prepared as directed in the monograph and 0.15 ml of 5 molar acetic acid. While in another Nessler cylinder, that labeled as standard solution, add 15 ml of standard sulfate solution containing 10 ppm of sulfate and 0.15 ml of 5 molar acetic acid. Then in both the Nessler cylinder, add sufficient water to produce 50 ml. Then stir immediately with a glass rod and allow to stand for 5 minutes. Then view both the Nessler cylinders transversely against a black background to observe the opalescence. If the observation is such that if opalescence produced in sample solution is less intense than that of standard solution, then the sample passes the limit test for sulfate. So if the opalescence in test solution is less than that of standard, then sample passes the limit test for sulfate. So these are the references where we can get the procedure for limit test for sulfate. Thank you.